Do you ever wonder how to make your camera reels more interesting? For example, taking something like this conversations and converting it to Witty and auto-generated audio such as this.
Okay, imagine waking up and realizing your job is literally floating in a neon green dream. Our hero here has the kind of core strength that makes my morning stretch look like a joke. How is he not dizzy? If I turn around too fast to look for my keys, I need a nap.
If this is of interest to you, please like, share, subscribe, and follow for more engaging content from AI with Sohini, an expert in the domain of AI, so I break it down for you so you don't have to. Now this video is an extension of the previous part over here in which I showed you the non-AI editing tricks. And in today's video, I am going to break it down how AI editing truly works and how it can really bring life to some of the reels that we have without any audio. However, if you're interested in learning what are the limitations and how this process truly works so that you can improve it in future, then please keep watching. And if you're just here for the sake of entertainment, just go to the end so that you can watch the whole performance from the Garden Brothers Circus live. It was an amazing performance. Highly recommend if you're in the area of San Jose and San Francisco. Keep watching. Let's start by learning how to edit your videos with a YouTube editor. And again, this is a free system. Here is me opening up all of the different videos from Garden Brothers Circus and selecting one. Next, I pick what kind of language and style of voiceover I want, and that's it. And this is all of the different sequences that get cued. Now let's try to understand how this whole system truly works. So first of all, you have a short film, and from here a lot of key frames are selected as a scene, and using an LLM generator, a script gets built using all of these scenes. Now video is nothing but a lot of images put together where objects are moving very slightly across the frames in order to generate the illusion of motion. So as a first step, a few such shots are extracted where a motion can be distilled from. And then based off of every single key frame, an LLM script is generated using video language model and speech to text. As an example, if you have a video of fancy coffee making, it will break this whole video into shorter scenes. Since it is audioless, there will be no speech to text. However, the vision language model will generate a lot of AI tags, and then finally an LLM generator will just revise all of this and make a much more detailed and fancy hook and script that will be used in order to then generate audio that will be distilled from the kind of tone that you have chosen for the whole video altogether. Here's the final setup. You have the music, the prompt, the on-screen captions, and the voiceover that gets generated for every single scene. And in today's video, I will be experimenting with the Witty mode of YouTube editor. So male voice will be AI generated script, while female voice will be mine. It's Friday night and I am searching for the circus at San Jose. Well, something to cool off the brain and start off the weekend with a bang. So the entrance was grand and popcorn was everywhere. These videos truly demonstrated the sampling bias we see in AI editing, because situations such as entering a circus is so rare that none of the AI editing was able to catch it. And the show started with beautifully choreographed dancers. Watching them was not good for my self-esteem because now I know how bad my own fitness is. Next up, the Joker called Junior, and that is an entry with a bang. Amazing shot. When was I ever this excited to get to work? Thinker, right? Next comes all of the juggling. Now these people were mind-boggling as they were doing multiple juggling attempts. Reminded me of my life as a mother, and also understood why AI generation would not work in such complex scenes, because it really does not know where to focus, left, right, or center. Next up was recreation of Avatar and all of the flying or air flotation that is happening, as you can see. It really is amazing to figure out that I am walking on the same gravity planet as these women are floating in the air.
Okay, our hero is officially out here living their absolute best and most dangerous though. 1 millimeter to the left, and this becomes a very different kind of video. And then we have these two just casually pretending that gravity simply does not exist.
Next up, we had K-pop demon hunters floating in the air. While this was the hardest part for us to keep our son in his seat because he just went crazy looking at his favorite K-pop demon hunter characters live in performance. We could see all of the kids shouting and raving, and just look at the quality of performance. Gives me a new product idea, captioning for stage performances.
Okay, imagine waking up and realizing your job is literally floating in a neon green dream. Our hero has the kind of core strength that makes my morning stretch look like a joke. How is he not dizzy? If I turn around too fast to look for my keys, I need a nap. Then the whole stage starts vibing with singers in digital rain like some gorgeous futuristic theater.
Now that is a main character exit.
Next up was synchronous dancing. Knowing that I never would have the fitness or the figure or even the intention of pulling off something as intricate and as detailed as these ladies are performing tonight. It is truly mind-boggling.
Imagine spinning this fast on a tiny tap dance. Our friends here are literally defying physics. Just look at the G-force on that spin. One wrong move and it is over, but their trust is next level. This headbanger move is terrifying. The speed builds until they are just a blur of neon and talent. That landing was flawless. Would you ever try this? Loving a blow.
Up was the Well of Death, also known as Moth Ka Kuan, in all of the circuses that I saw growing up. Typically, we are used to seeing 2 to 3 motorcyclists in this huge globe, but in this case, there were 5. And I kid you not, there were times and moments that we were wondering, is the pollution bad or are we just in a bad situation? Because this made me rethink all of the hardships that I thought I had, and nothing really compared. Next up, more flying and floating to different movie themes. It just seemed like a never-ending progression for defying gravity. I was wondering if I should be motivated, inspired to relearn and to teach physics all over again. While I sat and watched and awed at the amazing in its entirety, I could not help but notice my engineering brain going back to my IIT coaching days and thinking, how many angular momentum problems could I have created and practiced just in order to make sure I had made the cut for IIT in my first attempt? Makes you wonder, right? And the IIT physics problems continue. Why not just have one man trying to run away and jump from a flying object? Why not have 2 people and then try to figure out what is the relative momentum and the relative motion between them, at what speed they might be able to jump, at what speed they might be able to do skipping rope. The physics-defying problems just kept continuing. However, one major learning from this whole experience was, please go watch the Garden Brothers in San Jose if you can, and don't try to use AI editing voiceovers for complex situations such as this. But if you have a product idea where you can really distill down and hone in into smaller objects and script its motion, well, that's really worth the effort. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment for what you would like to see more in the next chapters.